Folks, what is happening next week in the economic purview? We will talk about that. But first, let's talk about a Chicago trophy property. First, remember about a month ago, we reported on a Real Deal article that said basically the Class A office buildings in Chicago were not worth the debt. Remember that? It was about a month ago. It might have been 6 weeks ago. In that article, it talked about maybe there are 10 exceptions. Well, the Real Deal just reported about a Class A building in Chicago, and it should scare you. Let me give you the numbers. So there's a Chicago trophy property called Aon Center. The value in 2018, 5 years ago, $780 million. In 2018, it got a loan for $536 million. Okay, 780, got a loan for 536. That is roughly a 70% loan. So what does that mean? That means there's equity of 30%, right? So the delta between 780 and 536 is equity. Somebody or lots of someone's is the equity. So 5 years later, 2023, the value on that building is not 780. It is not 680. It is not 580. It is not 480. It is not 440. It is $414 million. I will say that again. The value in 2023 is $414 million. Remember, the debt is $536. What just happened? Equity gone. So, for example, think about being an insurance company, a pension, a 401k. If you invested in Aon Center, your money's gone, wiped out, done, kaput, just gone. I think this might be one of the reasons insurance companies are raising rates so much, because there is an insurance company maybe that invested in the Aon Center 50, 60, 70 million bucks. It's now zero. So let's play this out even worse. So the value is 414 today. Let's assume that you could find a lender that would do another 70% LTV loan, which you can't. You can't. It'll be 60, 65. But let's just pretend, let's say you know somebody, let's say you got a buddy and they do 70%. So now at 414 value, you get a loan for 290. If you do 70% of, so 414 price, you get a loan for 290. That means you have to do a cash in refi of $246 million. $246 million is 45% of the original loan. This is not good. The Fed may have broke housing, right, by restricting the move-up buyer, by staying put, all of that, but the Fed has destroyed commercial real estate. This is going to be bad, right? So again, that that building very likely going back to the lenders, and the equity is completely wiped out. How about good old Grant Cardone? Good old Grant Cardone is saying everybody should plan for a major, serious, nasty, and long recession. Okay, right? Signs are everywhere. Credit card debt, auto payments, used cars, commercial real estate are just walking away. Big institutions are walking away from commercial real estate. So what does Grant Cardone say to do? Buy his stuff. Shocking, I know. Buy his stuff. But what does he really say to do? Improve your skills. 2, evaluate how you're spending your time and your money. 3, get rid of your liabilities. And 4, sell anything you don't need. Reinforce your reserves. Folks, I heard the interview with Ryan Pineda and Pace Morby, and I'm getting more and more signs that there's a lot of operators who are playing in the bigger, syndication space. They are nervous. I'm not saying Ryan and Pace are. I'm saying their conversation highlighted nervousness in other operators. Protect yourself. be concerned. Next up, how about Peter Schiff? Good old Peter Schiff is, I think, a classic example of a crash bro. Peter Schiff has been talking negative about the U.S. economy for 20 years. Anybody who says one thing is the answer all the time makes me nervous. Peter Schiff's answer is always buy gold, which again sometimes works, but it doesn't always work. Peter Schiff is saying the markets are completely wrong. Inflation is going higher. Inflation is going higher. I've looked at the numbers. We talked about shelter. We now have Kroger in the grocery store rolling over. Now oil is up, no question. Oil is in everything, so there is that. But I don't know, inflation's going higher? I guess we have to see. And then finally, Peter Schiff says we need much, much, much higher rates. Kind of like Leon Cooperman. We talked about Leon Cooperman in an earlier show, saying that rates are not yet restrictive. That's interesting. So again, Peter Schiff thinks we got a lot more coming. So what is happening next week? Monday, Jamie Dimon is speaking at a financial conference. I think we got to listen to Jamie Dimon. What is he talking about the consumer? What is he talking about loan origination? What is he talking about loan loss reserves? What is he talking about the economy? Does he still see a hurricane offshore? Then on Wednesday, we get CPI. Again, I expect CPI to roll over, crack because of shelter. I think it will have a larger impact on core than headline, but we will need to pay it. We'll need to watch. Thursday, we do get PPI. We get weekly jobless claims, and we get retail sales. What is going on with the consumer? We will know a lot more on Thursday. And then finally, will the UAW, United Auto Workers, strike this week? I think the answer is yes. I think the president of the UAW wants to strike. He wants to hold the feet to the fire. He wants to get his union members the biggest raise he can. And frankly, that's his job. He's supposed to do that. So I think the only way to do that is to strike. I don't think he'd be happy with a 10, 11, 12, 15% raise. I think he wants 25, 30, 35, 40% raise. So again, I think a strike is coming, but we will know this week. Folks, I just want you to have an amazing day. Like, subscribe, comment. We do the daily show live 5 days a week. And then Friday and Saturday, I actually record Sunday morning just to keep the series going. So take care of yourself. Hopefully you enjoy this other angle of my office. This is an artist called Fanch Ladon. He does all of these interiors, and he puts up artwork from other folks. And I just like how it's a positive view. Outside, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 pieces of his artwork in my office because it makes me smile. Thanks, folks. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.